We're doing everybody. Today we're going to be talking about some magic cards released from the new set, Shadows over Innistrad. So let's dive right in. The first one is Empathy at the Drownyard. It's blue and X, instant spell. It says reveal the top X cards +1, and then separate them into 2 piles. Your opponent gets to choose a pile at that point, and you put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Very interesting card. I definitely would say it is a rare, because at the very least it has X +1, so for 2 mana you get a card, which is pretty cool, and then it forces your opponents to make a choice. So there's some decision making there, which is always a good way to make a card a little bit better, because people can make bad choices, and you can kind of be putting them into other choices as well. So very, very cool card. Next one is Olivia, Mobilized for War. She is black, red, and 1 for a 3/3 flyer. She is a legendary creature, Vampire Knight. Both Vampire and Knight are very relevant for a couple different reasons that I'll explain. The first big one is her ability. It says whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1/+1/+1 counter on that creature. It gains haste on a turn. It becomes a vampire in addition to its other types. So this does a few different things. Obviously, the first big one is it's a pump for a creature, and it gives them haste. So very, very cool. But what else is you get to choose what to discard. That activates Madness. We already have other spells released in this set that give vampires Madness as it is. So there's some very combo-licious, interesting effects that can happen from this card. Now, at the very bare bones and limited, this is an all-star. Obviously, most mythics are, but a 3-mana 3/3 flyer is huge. Being able to pump guys as they come out is huge. So very cool card there. But what I wanted to touch on was Vampire obviously has a lot of synergies with some lords and some different aggro strategies that vampires already pertain. But Knight is an interesting one, because Hoken the Broken actually says that you can play Knight spells from your graveyard when he's out. And being in black-red, you do have the opportunity to play this in a deck like that. And be able to give some of those creatures a +1/+1 counter and be able to discard. This is very synergistic in some of those Hoken the Broken decks. If you don't know what that is, it's a very, very interesting card. It allows you, once it's on the battlefield, it allows you to play night spells, so even tribal spells and some things like that. So very, very interesting, something to definitely look at. Maybe I'll have Joel talk to him to see what he thinks about the card specifically. So next is Sigarda, Heron's Grace. Green, white, and 3. She's a 4/5 flyer, and just like Sigarda always was, she's an angel. She's a legendary creature. It says you and humans you control have hexproof. So that's awesome. It's a little slow at 5 mana, but definitely a very, very cool ability. Sadly, she doesn't have a hexproof, which is concerning. I would have liked to see that she has it as well. But her ability is actually pretty strong. It looks weak when you first look at it, but 2 generic mana, exile a card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 white human soldier token into play. Very, very cool. It allows you, in a green-white deck, there isn't usually too much graveyard strategies. So using those cards to get creatures and have a late game mana sink. I mean, realistically, you can, the turn after she drops, you're getting 2 humans. For, at least you have some kind of play to have something on the board. Very, very cool card. I want to see kind of what it fits into, and if it fits anything. 5 mana is always really high for modern, but standard will love this card. It's 5 mana 4/5 flyer, giving yourself hexproof and making dudes like crazy. That's really cool. There's going to be a lot of synergies with Gideon with this. So the last one we're going to talk about today is Jace, Unraveler of Secrets. Blue, blue, and 3. He drops. He's a planeswalker with 5 loyalty when he comes out. His +1 is scry 1, then draw a card. Very, very, very strong. A +1 that just straight up gives you a card, and then you have a little bit of selection choice, is very, very, very cool. And on top of that, his -2, return target creature to their owner's hand. So a little bit reminiscent of some of the older Jaces. I love it where those 2 abilities are at. I think it's really, really strong. And then finally, his ultimate at -8 is you get an emblem with whenever an opponent casts his or her first spell each turn, counter that spell. Mind you, that's only -8. He comes out with 5 loyalty. Okay, turn 1, he's going to go to 6. Within 2 turns, you're going to be at ultimate range. I mean, you have a 3-turn clock, and then they're going to have a really bad day. So this is an extremely interesting card to me. I do not play control. It's something I want to get into. But if I was a betting man, it's Jace. It's Jace with 5 loyalty. I have a pretty good feeling this is going to be another big boy Jace. This gets me really excited for Liliana. There's a lot of things that can happen with her, and I really hope they make her really, really strong this set. We can always hope for another of the Veil or whatever for a reprint, but at the very least, we want to see her. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'd love to get your thoughts on some things. I'm going to be doing a full set review for Modern on Shadows at Innistrad. We play a lot of Modern over here in Alpena. But let me know what you think for your gaming area, or maybe some of your decks that you're working with. Thanks so much. This is Nick from Gifts and Gadgets, signing off. Bye.